love you, and it hurts. No more phone calls, no more words of wisdom, no more hugs and kisses, no more I love yous. The voice that meant so much to us is now silent. If you will just, for a few minutes, if you would just give me a few minutes, I would like to speak some words of comfort into our hearts today. John 14, 1 through 6 says, do not let your hearts be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. My Father's house has many rooms. If that were not so, would I have told you that I am going to prepare a place for you? And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come back and take you with me, that you will also be where I am. And you know the way to the place where I am. Fifth verse, Thomas said to him, Lord, we do not know where you are going, so how can we know the way? Jesus answered him and said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. From this passage, I find three thoughts of comfort. The first is that peace is promised. Notice the words, let not your hearts be troubled. Believe in God, believe also in me. Yes, I know that today is a day of sadness, a day of grief, a day of mourning. Yet even in the midst of this storm, there can be peace. Why? Because Philippians 4 and 7 says, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Jesus Christ. And how is this possible, Pastor? Because we have faith. Amen. We believe. We believe that even in the midst of the storm, in the midst of this day, even in the valley of the shadow of death, there can be peace that passes all understanding. Amen. Because we know that God is with us. Yes, the 23rd Psalm says it too. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Yes, for thou art with me. He is here. He is present. Believe in him. Trust in him. And God will grant you that peace that you have been longing for. The second thought of comfort is that God has prepared a place for us. Did you notice that in John 14 it says, I go to prepare a place for you? The Bible tells us that in 6 days God created the heavens and the earth, but just think, Jesus has been preparing a place for us for 2,000 years. That place must be magnificent. The verse tells us that it is the Father's house. And there are many rooms there. A room for Cousin Thelma. Amen. A room for every person in this room. And a room for me as well. Isn't that a comforting thought? God has already prepared a place for us. The next thought of comfort is that God has made a way for us to get there. Everyone wants to go to heaven. I know that. Some of us just don't know the way. But God tells us in John 14 that he is the way. I am the way. I am the truth. I am the life. No one comes to the Father but by me. So if you try to get there any other way, you're not going to make it. We are all travelers on a road called life.